Hello everyone, I'm David Schultz, conductor of the Dexter Community Orchestra, and this is our very first video in our brand new digital content series. We are going to be sharing recordings from previous concerts, musician interviews, in-home performances, and more. And this is a new adventure for us, but we're excited to try it out. If you like what you see, please give us a like and share with your friends. And we'd also love to hear from you. What would you like to see in this series? I hope this will be a nice way for us to share music together while we are apart. Tonight I will be interviewing one of our musicians, Carole MacQueen. Carole has played trombone in the orchestra for many years and also currently serves as our personnel manager. Let's check out a clip of her playing.
Hi, this is an excerpt from a piece that was the very first piece that the Dexter Community Orchestra played in its inaugural season.
And we're here with Carole MacQueen. Welcome, Carole. Thanks for joining us here.
Hi.
It's good to see you.
Great to be here, David.
Yeah, I've missed seeing you on Wednesday nights for the last several months, and but it's good to talk with you now. And you even came to my house a couple weeks ago because you had cookie dough to
Yes.
deliver me.
Yes, I've been driving around Ann Arbor and Dexter delivering cookie dough.
Awesome.
Getting to see all these wonderful people in the orchestra at one place.
I had bought some from her daughter months ago before this all started. I completely forgot about it. And I was so happy when you got the reminder, cookie dough.
A surprise.
So how have you been for the last 3 months or so?
Oh, it's been really interesting with homeschooling and I've been working actually.
Mm-hmm.
So, considered essential personnel. So
Okay.
I've been working with clients and trying to manage the kids at home, and yeah, it's been kind of crazy.
There's one right there.
Oh, there's one right there, the cookie dough gal. There she is.
Yeah.
Hi.
I totally identify with the homeschooling, and
Yeah,
it's been interesting.
It's been, I have a much greater appreciation for the teachers, which I always have had appreciation because my dad was a teacher. But wow, I'm not a teacher for a reason.
So when I wanted to do this interview series, I had asked Betty Holliday, our orchestra's president, about who might be a good first candidate to interview, and you were the first person that she mentioned. So I'm very glad to have you for this one. You've been in the orchestra a long time and also have a lot of family connections within that orchestra. So I wonder if you could tell me a little bit about your experience in the Dexter Community Orchestra. How long have you been there, and what are some of the highlights for you?
Oh, wow. I have a lot. I've been in the orchestra since its inception, actually, in 2005. So that's 15 years I've been in the orchestra. And it was started by Don Parrish, who started the orchestra program at Dexter Schools. And my husband and I, Dan, who plays French horn in the orchestra also, were finishing building our house. And I happened to be in town, probably getting coffee and going to the hardware store. And there were flyers up in the window around town about this new orchestra starting up in town. So I thought, oh, that sounds really fun. And Dan was talking about getting back into orchestral playing because he hadn't played in a long time. And so I came home and said, hey, they're starting a new orchestra in town. And he said, well, you should come too. And I've never played in an orchestra before. I'd only played in bands. And so I said, I've never played in orchestra. I don't know anything about it. And he's like, oh, you should come to the first rehearsal. Just come. So I did. And here I am. I'm still here 15 years later.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's been such a great experience for me to do orchestral playing because I had never had the opportunity before. And play with my family. So we're mentioning family. So my husband plays French horn, as I said, and my dad was a trombone player. So he came into the orchestra and eventually actually became the assistant conductor of the orchestra, as well as playing trombone. So I got to be with my dad, and then my mom came and she was playing string bass. So we really had a family affair in the orchestra, and it's been such a pleasure and a joy to get to play music with my family as well as everybody else in the orchestra. And it's one of the highlights of my life, really.
Yeah, it's really put into focus for me how much the community aspect of playing in an orchestra, how important that is, and why it brings me back to it all the time, and why it is I chose to do it for a living. And I miss it. I miss it.
Yeah, I really miss it. And I have 2 girls now. So we didn't have any kids when we joined the orchestra. And so we've had 2 kids in the orchestra. And I really love having them have the opportunity to experience live classical music. You don't get that in school, really. I mean, they once they join band or some of the other things, but I just really think that's such an important learning opportunity that I feel like we've been able to give our kids, where there's rehearsals. They've been at every single concert we've ever played, thanks to my in-laws, who have been at every single concert that Dexter has ever put on, and have watched the kids and teach them how to behave and concert etiquette and exposing them to things. So it's been really awesome.
Great. What are some things you'd love to see for the orchestra, other than, of course, getting back together and playing? But
Yes, that's for sure. I think I really have enjoyed playing such a wide variety of really fun and exciting repertoire. And obviously continue that, hopefully soon. And some of those have included premieres. We've done several premieres. We've done some pieces that have been written for our orchestra. And those have been really fun experiences, having the opportunity to do that. And many of the pieces have been really fun, really enjoyable. So I'm looking forward to being able to do that again. And I also really am looking forward to augmenting, I think, the educational part of the orchestra. We do a lot now with a collaboration concert with a couple of high school orchestras and our youth arts competition and things like that. But I thought it might be a neat idea to maybe have, around the high schools, have, say, a violinist and come from Pinckney or wherever around the area and come and play a whole concert cycle with us, or maybe a viola from another school, a cello, and maybe not just even limited to strings, perhaps some of the wind players and percussion players from around, and have a student come and play a whole cycle with us and kind of expose that school, have their parents come in or whomever family, and they come to the concert and we can kind of highlight them. And I think that's one of the great opportunities of a community orchestra, is to have that kind of educational piece and bring the youth and young people, into orchestra playing at a young age. So
yeah, absolutely,
kind of fun to do something like that.
Great ideas, and I'll definitely take them to the board, and like I said, it remains to be seen what this will all turn into over the next few months and year. But we will get there eventually, and won't that be a great day when we're
it will be
awesome
awesome
all back together.
Yeah, I miss everybody a lot.
Well, thank you so much, Carole, for doing this. It's good to see you, and I really appreciate all that you bring to the orchestra, both in musicianship. We didn't even talk about your personnel managing, which is quite a task, I know.
10 years.
But
I'm appreciative. I have great folks in the orchestra who are such a huge help. I wouldn't say I do it by myself, because so many of the different section leaders that I work with are just really tremendous, and it makes my job a lot easier, and it's really a team effort. So so I appreciate that from everybody. So
all right, thank you so much, Carole.
Thank you, David.
And thank you everyone for tuning in. Again, this is our digital content series. If you like what you see, please give us a like and share with your friends, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye.